All right, this is part 3 of painting all the walls bright colors while my wife is out of town with the help of my daughter. Okay, now we're working on this exterior staircase to the kitchen. I'm gonna redo the inside of this with some color. I'm gonna redo the stairs, I'm gonna redo the handrail, but it has been just painted over, painted over, painted over, staples, over nails, over screws, over drips. So I'm gonna see if I can sand down some of this crap before I do proper paint. All right, cleaned up all this junk. I used a little bit of caulk to seal up some of the little cracks and damage. So now it's time for paint. All right, the wall and stairs are painted. I still want to do the door and I want to do this trim, but it's getting close. All right, it's time we do some color accent. I failed at recording most of this, but this door jamb, I'm trying to finish this stairwell, get it all painted, but this door jamb just has decades and decades of repairs and patches and nails and staples and paint jobs. And so I cut off all of the superfluous garbage. I popped out the door jambs and I'm trying to get it as a new, good, clean surface. We also had some terrible rot down here on the bottom, so I cut this off and I'm gonna patch it. And then I cut that off and I'm gonna patch that to give me a little more life out of this 115-year-old house. Let me say this about house projects. When your house is 115 years old, when your house is 15 years old, sometimes you're gonna be repainting stuff. It's gonna look like crap because you're not gonna strip it all the way down to raw wood. You're not gonna sand it all flush and patch every hole and make it just like new. Sometimes you just have to paint it. But if you prep the hardware, if you pull the hardware off and you clean it and you put it back on, that makes a lot of difference to make it really pop like you care. None of those landlord specials. Do this. Clean your hardware and put it back on. And that compensates for a lot of not stripping that door down. Rotten wood cut out and replaced, door jamb repainted, and we're happy.